Zettel für die lange Weg. 2 Flaschen Whisky für die Zeit. Und ich date gern habe, du bist dabei. Maria geht, fahrt mal weg, ist weit. Wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sehst nicht, was ich mach, du sehst nicht, wie ich lach. Ich werd dir fehlen, du watsch sehen. Hab krieg mein Zettel für den langen Weg. Du schönste, als mir finden kann. Es hat Maria und Dale ganz wunderbar. Hass ich dir den weißen Dank. Wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sehst nicht, was ich mach, du sehst nicht, wie ich lach. Ich werd dir fehlen, du watch sehen. Well, Gute Ovid, Liebe Leid. Good evening, everybody. We are back together once again. It is the month of June. My goodness, where is this year going? And yes, we are a little earlier than we normally do. Of course, PA Dutch Live usually comes out at the middle of the month, but because of some things happening, I'm about to go on vacation. And the topic tonight, I wanted to get ahead of the curve here and get you guys this, what we're going to talk about tonight, the Kutztown Folk Festival, so that you have a solid month to get all of your travel plans in order. Because after you hear what our guest has to say tonight, you'll be packing your bags for Kutztown and making sure you're there that first week in July. But I don't want to spoil anything ahead of time. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. It's so great that you chose to take some time out of your busy day to join us here on PA Dutch Live. If you are joining us again for the, 20th time, thank you for coming back. You know the deal if you are a regular watcher, and if you're brand new, if you're watching on the YouTube channel or if you're watching on Facebook, you can type right in the comment section. Please let me know where you are joining us from, and we'll give some shout outs here. Our good friend Seth Moak says, Gute Abend, Halliche Deutsche Leid. Good evening, happy Pennsylvania Dutch people. I agree, and he is joining us from the Maryland Eastern Shore. Seth, aren't you out in San Diego? What the? Okay, you got me on the east. You're eating crabs down there in Maryland. Is that what you're doing there, buddy? Kathy Kroll is joining us. Good over fun. Elizabethtown, Lancaster County. That's great. We got them represented. Burkhart from Alabama. Hello. Edgar. Hey, fire, Blackheart, fire. I don't know what those emojis mean, but I'll take them. Thanks for joining us, Edgar. Lutra Bay, he's been joining us. She's been joining us a couple months here in a row. Gute Abend aus Lautra and the Pfalz, Germany. So stayed way up late, almost what is midnight now over in Germany right now. Hope you are well. I am doing well. Ich bin ganz gut. Ich hoffe, es dir auch gut ist, bist. Mo, our good friend Mo is joining us from Midlothian, Virginia. Mo, so good to have you here tonight. Our good friend Carol. We got lots of good friends on this channel, I'm telling you, and that's no joke. Carol Diefenbach is joining us from beautiful downtown Burnville. Out there in Western Berks County. How about that? Dolly Moyer, she joins us every month, joining us again this month. Hello from Fleetwood in beautiful Berks County. You got that. Norman Jung joins us every month, and he says, Marty Robbins, in the southern part of Germany, in the town of Steinbach am Glan, there's a fortress all in ruins. Anyway, Malin Norman present. Hey, thanks for staying up. And your lovely daughter, Malin, is also joining us tonight. Isn't it past her bedtime? Doesn't she have school tomorrow morning? Uh-oh. Rachel, our good friend Rachel's joining us, though. Biz are once again. But Fleetwood's represented twice now. Come on, we got to get more towns here with more than just one person. Fleetwood is leading the race. Joyce Ann is joining us from Gettysburg. Oh man, what a great town. That's my brother's favorite place in the world. I really like Gettysburg too. Hinda is joining us from Cincinnati, way out there in boy, I have a second cousin lives in Cincinnati, and I have a friend that's from Cincinnati, and I really want to get there sometime soon. I've heard so many good things about the city, and I love your Geta. And if you don't know what Geta is, look that up. It's delicious. Jerry is joining us from North Augusta, South Carolina, Todd is joining us from Belleville, Michigan. We are all over the map tonight, people, all over the night. And Lucha saying Mitternacht. It is midnight over there for those of us that are joining from the old country back across the ocean in Germany. Boy, do we have a great show coming up tonight. Heather is already in the green room just chomping at the bit to get into the show. But I do have a couple things I want to go over real quick. So if you've been following along, you know that tonight we have our special guest, Heather Zimmerman. She is the director of the Kutztown Folk Festival. She was on the show last year around this time to bring you an update about the Folk Festival. We're only a month away from this year's version, and she's going to be filling us in on all of the things that we can expect to see, some new stuff that's going to be happening this year, and also review some of the stuff that is traditionally found at the Folk Festival. We're also going to have a surprise guest coming on later as well after Heather is done, but I'm going to save that as a surprise. As I do, real quick, some other people joining us. Jay Laser, hey, brother Jay, how are you, sir? From Landisville, Pennsylvania. That's down there in beautiful Lancaster County. Oh, and hey, it's Stell. That's my daughter. She's upstairs watching the show on the TV in our living room, and she decided to comment. Well, that's great too. Thanks, Stell. All right, just one thing for the calendar this month, and that is coming up very soon at Historic Schaefferstown. It is their annual Cherry Fair and Folk Art and Craft Show on the 24th of June from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you've never been to Schaefferstown, you really should check it out. It is a really, really, really cool place. And this is a perfect time because then you can get some fresh cherries and cherry pie and a lot of other good things. There's a lot of really cool things happening at the Cherry Fair. Check out their social media feeds. They're on Facebook and Instagram. I'm pretty sure they're on Instagram. They're definitely on Facebook, Historic Schaefferstown. And that can give you all the information about the upcoming Cherry Fair. Another person checking in, Stacy from Mineola, Florida. And Heather is wonderful. Stacy, I agree. Heather is wonderful. And we'll get to Heather here in just a short bit. Real quick, also, I've been announcing this the last couple of months. I think you still have a chance to sign up for this. If you have a child or grandchild that you think is really interested in history or Pennsylvania Dutch stuff, our good friends at the Berks History Center is running a junior historian camp where they're going to be learning all cool things, history related to Berks County and the Pennsylvania Dutch region. If you are interested in learning more or signing up for it, please check out their website, berkshistory.org. They are also on Facebook and all the social media feeds, so you can also check their information out there as well. Every month, we give a shout out, a salute in the style of hee-haw to some small town in the greater Pennsylvania Dutch region. And since tonight's topic is all about the Kutztown Folk Festival, I thought we have to. And our salute is to Kutztown, which is what we would call it in Pennsylvania Dutch, Kutztown, there in beautiful Berks County, Pennsylvania, founded in 1815 with a current population, at least the most current numbers I could see, population of 4,162. And my good friend, Mr. Schlegel, is the mayor of Kutztown, and he's always at the folk festival walking around. So I got to give a shout out to the mayor, Mr. Schlegel. He's a great guy. Everybody in Kutztown's a great guy or great gal. Trust me, it is a great place. All right, without further ado, dear people, it is time to welcome on our special guest. If you have watched the show before, she'll look like a regular here, Heather Zimmerman, the director of the Kutztown Folk Festival. Heather, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, we're doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Getting ready.
I was going to say, are you knee deep in things or are you deeper than that?
We're about knee deep, but we're in good shape. Yeah, we're feeling good.
That's good. So for people, let's start this way, Heather. For people that have never been to the Kutztown Folk Festival or have no idea what it is, could you give the elevator pitch as to what is the Kutztown Folk Festival?
Sure. Well, we're the nation's longest continuously running folk life festival. We're a 9-day celebration of Pennsylvania Dutch culture. And we actually draw people from all over the world, as you know, some of our guests are here from Germany. But we offer wonderful food, entertainment, craftsmen who are actually doing, making their wares right in front of our visitors. Our quilt barn, of course, where we have a 7,000 square foot building filled with quilts for sale. So yes, we are chock full of all kinds of wonderful things. And the 9 days is a celebration of our culture and bringing people together.
So last year was your first year as the director of this
Mhm.
massive festival. Looking back on it now, having had a year to think of, since it has passed, how do you feel last year went?
Well, it was a challenging year. It was 2 years after not having the festival for 2 years. It was our first year back, so we did face some challenges. Still, some residual stuff from COVID, as far as some vendors who weren't in good enough health to participate. Our attendance was a bit down from years prior. However, our revenue was up. So we think that we drew some people from outside our area who tended to spend maybe longer at the festival, and therefore, maybe ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner with us, and did some shopping and so forth. So it was still a successful festival. Very challenging, but we took those challenges, and this year we're putting those to good use and learning from them. So
I'm going to put you on the spot, but looking back at it now, having had the experience of a year under your belt, what is something that you were not ready for that happened?
well, it's not a lot of it. um,
Okay.
no, I stayed pretty calm. We were, anything that I was really, really worried about, like the weather, which is something I really can't do anything about, was beautiful. I mean, we basically had only one afternoon of rain, so the weather was on our side. The vendors that were there seemed very happy. I think I was, when the doors open at 9 o'clock on that first day, I just really wanted to see people coming in. I worried until you start to see people coming in. So I guess one of the things I maybe wasn't prepared for is just some days, we're just really full, and seeing all those cars and thinking, man, all these people are here to celebrate with us. It was a really cool feeling. So I knew it would feel good. I guess I just didn't realize how good.
Yeah, and now we'll flip it. What was something that happened last year that really stands out? Maybe like your something that became like one of your favorite memories from last year.
The quilt auction was one of
Oh,
them.
okay. Go
Yeah,
on. Yeah,
the quilt
for those
auction
for
was one of
for
them.
so you
I
already mentioned about the quilt barn. For
Yes.
those that have never been, at the end of the festival, there are quilts, and these are all handmade. These are not, machine product or anything like that. These are handmade quilts that get auctioned off. And for anyone that's never been there, these go for a lot of money, and rightly so. I mean, they're
Yeah.
they're works of art. So what about the quilt auction really sticks in your memory?
The number of people there and how fast paced it is. And, we have 24 quilts that go to auction. So, of course, our hope is that they all are sold. And it's typical for us to maybe have 4 to 5 that just don't meet their reserve or don't sell at the auction. And this year we had all but one, so 23 sold. It was really kind of neat because the one that sold at the highest bid for 5,600 was for a quilter who had just passed away, Anna Zimmerman, no relation. But she had just passed away, and her daughter entered the quilt on her behalf. So it was really neat to see her honored and all the years that she spent with us at the quilt barn. So that was really cool. And just to hear the bids. I mean, we get bids from New Zealand and France and Belgium and everywhere. So to see that live. I had heard about it, but to see it live was really neat.
Yeah, it is a show. It's an absolute it's entertainment to a certain
It
extent.
really
You
is.
can be there. You can show up and not have any intentions of buying a quilt or putting a bid
Right.
in just to watch. And it is incredible what some of these
Yeah.
quilts go for at the end of the day. And like you said, now with the beauty of the internet, you were taking international bids as well, which is
Yes.
really
Oh yeah.
crazy to think about. Really crazy to think about.
Absolutely. The highest, the quilt that right now has the record went for, I think it was in 2014 or 15, and it sold for 15,000
Yeah,
at that auction.
I remember that. It
You
was a
remember that? Okay.
$15,000 quilt.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, enough
Yeah.
about last year. Let's talk about what's coming up. We are,
Yeah.
less than a month away.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Let's sell the festival to these beautiful people out there.
Well, I think another thing that I forgot to mention earlier, and I do want to, say one of the things that impressed me the most at my first year was just all the stories that people bring to the festival and all the memories and how much it's meant to so many families for so many years. So, in that vein, one of the things we're doing this year is we have created a history trail that we're going to be unveiling. And every year we're going to honor 6 to 8 individuals who have had a big impact on the folk festival in the past 73 years. So this year that will happen on the first day. Those people do not know that it's happening. They've just been invited to the hoedown stage at 9:15 for a special honor. So that'll be really neat. And the hope is then we build on that until we have an entire trail all the way through the festival that our visitors can look at and, read about these people. And it sets us apart. We're not a craft show with food and music. We're something different. And along with that, we have new entertainment with some, of course, Doug, you will be back, of course, but we have some new entertainers. We are offering country line dancing in the late afternoon to bring in some different folks for that. We have I see the Wiswessers have joined us, and we have young Jacob Wiswesser joining us this year.
Oh, he's going to be performing. That's wonderful.
He's kind of a prodigy of Butch Imhoff, who passed away, unfortunately, not long after the festival. So it's kind of neat to see, Butch's legacy live on in young Jacob. So we're excited for that. And just kind of really creating those special moments in different places of the festival. Lester Miller will be receiving a big honor on the hoedown stage as well. Good. And, we have some new craftsmen that are coming, some new food vendors.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head at this point, how many different craftsmen and craftswomen there are scheduled to be there?
We have 137 craftsmen. And then we have about 30 food vendors roughly. So, and then go ahead.
And then on top of that, there's other organizations that have stands there as well that you can learn about. I know that, the Pennsylvania German Society will be there, the Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center. And I know this year, and I was glad that we were able to work this out. I helped set this up. The Berks County Preservation for Historical Cemeteries is going to be there as well. And they're going to have a stand, and you can learn about the work that they do and how you can help them out. And it's a really neat opportunity. I mean, you don't have to go to the folk festival and if you're not into art and folk craft, that's fine. There's so many other things that you can encounter and experience. There's the seminar stage, which we haven't talked about yet, which is going to be full of educational opportunities. The one-room schoolhouse where you can learn a little bit of Pennsylvania Dutch, and then these other organizations that'll have tables and stands throughout the fairgrounds as well. It's just it's so many good things that I think appeals to anybody. No matter what you like, you'll be able to find something there at the folk festival. And Heather, you sent me some photos. I thought we'd, talk maybe briefly about some of them that you sent.
Sure.
And we'll start with our good friend, Terry Berger. This was the first one.
Yeah. Food's always first.
Right.
Yeah.
Our good friend Terry here, there's a summer kitchen set up in the one part of the fairgrounds. And I don't know if it's too late to get reservations for this or not. And you can help us out there, Heather. But every day, Terry does a lunch and a dinner that you can sign up for, and it's all cooked over a wood-fired stove. It's like stepping back in time. I've had all of his food. His food is delicious, to say the least. And he's a wonderful storyteller and a really, really good person. So you don't just get the food thrown at you. You get to talk to the chef, and he tells you what the recipes and where these food cultures and traditions come from. Do you know, Heather, is it too late to sign up for that, or is there still an opportunity?
There's still opportunity, but it is selling out. So we have 2 seatings per day, as you mentioned, over the 9 days. And a few of them are sold out already because it is limited to about 8 people. So
8 people per seat, per meal.
Seating.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a small area. Yeah.
It's $20, but it's well worth it. Terry spends lots of time explaining the 7 sweets and 7 sours and what he's cooking and how he's cooking it. So we have never heard anyone leave there A, hungry, or B, not enjoying themselves and the historic aspect of it.
Yeah, I would seriously question anybody that did say otherwise to either of those two things.
Something wrong, yeah.
Hey, real quick, Carl and Jean Adams, who are Jacob's grandparents, they're checking in from rural Kutztown. Carl's a great guy. I don't know if I've ever met you, Jean. We got to fix that this summer when I'm at the folk festival. And our good friend Herbert is also staying up late tonight. Gute Abend, lieber Doug and Heather. Grüß von der Hibbe noch drüber zur Kutze aus der Kopfhals. So Herbert stayed up late tonight as well. Well, shout
Amazing.
out to you guys. What else we got here? We got okay. Well,
Mhm.
we kind of talked a little bit about food. You mentioned that we had 130 some craftsmen coming. How many different food vendors roughly are there going to be on the fairgrounds?
It's about over 20, and then that of course that includes stands such as these that like the Virginville Grange and the Fire Company and so forth. That and the Kutztown area Musical Association has their own stand. So we have actual buildings where these folks are, but then there's also tents and other areas throughout the festival where we have plenty of food.
And you can, I don't remember which group it is, but you can get a full sit down meal, all Pennsylvania Dutch traditional food,
Yes.
in the one tent building. But then, as
Right.
Heather said, throughout the fairgrounds, there will be other food vendors, and they might maybe one is selling funnel cakes, and another one is
Yes.
selling birch beer, draft birch
Mhm.
beer or root beer. So you can walk around the fairgrounds. You can walk around the fairgrounds just to check out all the food vendors before you decide, this is what I'm going to be spending
Right.
money on. And what was new last year, I know you're continuing this year, is for the first time in the history, starting
Mhm.
last year, there is now some alcoholic opportunities as well for those that enjoy
Mhm.
that aspect. I know that there's some distilleries and some wineries coming back again
Yes.
this year.
Yes. So we have a few wineries, some new ones coming. We have Cardinal Hollow or Boyd's Cardinal Hollow. We have Christmas City Spirits, Blue Mountain, Stony Run. I mean, there's a few more that are escaping me at the moment. But we also have Eight Oaks Distillery. We have a
Mm.
brand new brewery this year,
Oh, wow.
Rural City Brewery from Reamstown, Lancaster County. So we have Kilimanjaro Distillery. So we have some really neat alcoholic options as well. We just picked up yesterday. We picked up a coffee vendor who's not alcoholic, but offering some iced shoe fly pie, cold brew coffee. So
Whoa.
yeah, so we have some vendors doing some really kind of cool, Pennsylvania Dutch
Yeah,
themed.
this fusion stuff is great.
I
I love
know,
to
it's
hear
pretty
this stuff.
cool.
I know that last year Eight Oaks Distillery was there, and I saw many people walking around with their
Oh yeah.
cocktails that they were selling, and I got to taste one of them, and they were delicious. And there is also every year, this is a long tradition, is there is the beer tent
Yeah,
where you can get regular beer as well
sure.
on draft there, and you can get out of the sun and get under the roof
Yep.
there. It's a really nice part of the right in the middle of the fairgrounds essentially.
Right.
But there's, I mean, like again, there's, if you don't like alcohol, there's tons of other opportunities for you as well.
Oh
But if you
sure.
do, there's these, recently we've been increasing this opportunity for those people as well, and it also is supporting these small businesses, which I think is just so wonderful as well, right? Oh, Dolly has a question for you, Heather. Excited for the festival to begin. Will the baby goats be back this year?
Yeah, it's a different family. It's Swartz's roadside stand. They're actually located in Moulton, not far from the Reading area. They are a wonderful family. They could not be more excited to bring the babies, and so they will be back in that same general location behind the Potbelly Pigs. So, but they are ready to snuggle and jump up on you and be cuddled. So that is going to be. I guarantee that'll probably be a huge spot. I don't know that we can guarantee babies born on the 4th of
Yeah,
July, which
right.
happened last year,
That
which
was
I mean, I don't
great.
know how
Wasn't
you
it?
time
Wasn't it like triplets or something like that? And there was more
triplets,
than one. Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody just
freedom,
went insane.
liberty, and justice. Yes,
Right.
we're born on
Yes.
the 4th of July. And I don't know how you time a goat birth, but it happens. So, yeah. So, yes, but they will be back and they're adorable. So,
And Wayne is joining us from Oviedo, Florida. Welcome,
okay,
Wayne. Thanks for
cool.
joining the show. We here's a great photo you sent me, of course. So
Patrick.
we talked about food, we've talked about these folk artists and so forth, but there's also this educational aspect, of course, for people that aren't familiar with the Pennsylvania Dutch culture. You can learn so much, like the art of hex sign painting. So here we have a
Mhm.
picture of Patrick Dunmoyer, the director of the Cultural Heritage Center, and they do live, or he and other people will be doing
Mhm.
live hex sign paintings on the fairgrounds throughout the run of the festival.
Absolutely. And new this year is actually Patrick on Monday, July 3rd, we have a motor coach tour that people can purchase a ticket. It's $15, and Patrick is our step-on guide. So you'll get on the bus at the fairgrounds. We'll take you for about an hour tour of the countryside and tour all these barns that have these barn stars painted on them. And Patrick will go over the history, the meaning, and all that good stuff. And of course, there's food, included. But it's a great way. You can get into some air conditioning, and also we love having this, educational aspect. So
if somebody's interested in doing that, how does somebody sign up to get on that bus tour?
Kutztownfestival.com, and you go to the upper right hand corner, it says tickets, and you just click on that.
Yeah, and that's also that's where you also would go in order if you wanted to sign up for Terry's meals, for
Absolutely.
example, everything's on the website.
Yep.
Everybody, and I'll have a link in the show notes down below, but it is simply kutztownfestival.com, or
Yep.
if you Google search Kutztown Folk Festival, it should be the first thing that you hit.
Right.
And we will be talking more about the entertainment here because I have a special guest coming on after Heather's done.
Neat.
But there is a ridiculous amount of entertainment that is all included with the entrance into the festival. You pay that one price to get in, and that gets you all of the entertainment, all of the seminars, all of the educational aspects, all for one price. So if you want to sit and watch music all day long, you literally can, because aren't we adding a stage this year, or we're refreshing a stage, so to speak, this year?
So we always had 5 stages of entertainment. This year we actually probably have 7, because we added Fresh Fest stage last year is over in the the College Boulevard entrance of the festival. And that's an area where we offer some fresher eating options and so forth. And we have a stage there where we, have people go up and do hex sign painting, or we have a lavender presentation. We have, different presenters, but we also have music on that stage. We also, on the other side of the fairgrounds, back on the far side of the fairgrounds, and Doug, you can maybe help me pronounce this correctly, the Wanblotz.
Wannablotz.
Okay, I knew I butchered that. So,
no, you weren't that far off, Heather.
I knew I wasn't right, but so that will be another area where we'll have some light entertainment during the week as well. So basically, anywhere you walk, you should hear music or see entertainment. The seminar stage is alive with wonderful presentations and fantastic educational opportunities. So and the children's theater, the puppet theater, the magic shows. I mean, there's stuff everywhere.
And just one last thing. Here's a picture from, is this last year's quilt auction? Probably,
yeah.
or at some point it was
a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So you can find on the schedule on the website when the quilt auction will be. Do you know off the top of your head which day the quilt
Saturday,
auction
July
will be?
8th at noon.
Saturday, July 8th at noon. They'll bring the quilts out that are for auction. They'll put them on display like this, and you'll be able to see them in the quilt barn before at any point to walk through. And then it is a live auction, and it is worth the entrance fee to get into, just to watch that. It really is.
It really is.
Just beautiful, handmade, the best quality quilts you'll ever see in your life. On museum pieces. I mean, they truly could be museum pieces.
We do have collectors that come out. Usually the first day, they want to see everything first, so that we have people who collect or museum curators and so forth who want to acquire pieces. So our first day tends to be a lot of those people, but going into the quilt barn, even if you don't buy a quilt, our people there, including our quilt director Cindy Hershey, who was fantastic and knows everything about quilts, and she has a wonderful eye, they will really give you an education about quilting. And we have a visitor's quilt where people can stitch a couple, squares if they want.
And in the quilt barn, there are people most times throughout the day quilting live, live quilting. So you can see, just how much work goes into making one of these. And it's
they do about a quilt every other day. These quilts, I don't know. It amazes me. The whole process is very amazing, and there's a lot of mystique and intrigue about it. And I think it's really a neat aspect of our history.
I agree. Well, Heather, it has been. I mean, I'm super excited about the festival. I am every year. Real quick before we say goodbye, let's hit the big details. So the Folk Festival will run from when to when?
July 1st to the 9th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily.
And again, the cost to get in, if you are driving in?
It's $16 for adults. Children 12 and under are free. Parking is free. And we also have a midweek ticket that is only available online, and that is available Monday through Thursday, and that's $3 off if you purchase it online in advance.
So you can definitely save some money. Again,
Yep,
children 12 and under free, everybody.
they are.
Bring your kids. There's tons of stuff for kids to do as well. There's hands-on things. They can learn how to make, they get to make their own candle. That's one thing they
Absolutely.
can do. They can see people making apple butter. They can pet the baby goats. They
Right.
can listen to music. There is so much to do. There's a flea circus. Come on, people. A
I
flea
know. The
circus.
fleas are getting ready. Marty told me the fleas are working out, so they're ready. One real quick thing to add too is our partnership with GoggleWorks on the go.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
the GoggleWorks Center for the Arts located in Reading. They are taking over one of our pavilions this year, and they're creating a completely interactive art center for adults and kids to learn stained glass, weaving, embroidery, bookbinding, glass blowing, and so forth. So that should be a pretty amazing spot too.
Heck yeah.
It's
Come
all
on,
free.
people. Come on,
All
people.
free.
If you can't get your kids off their cell phones and off TikTok, get them to the folk festival
Yeah,
so they can
right.
learn how to blow glass and make some and make
Exactly.
something with their hands. This is just wonderful. Heather, everything to if you want to learn more, of course, visit the website, kutztownfestival.com. You can
Mhm.
you can sign up for things like the meals with Terry Berger, like
Right.
the bus trip for the Hex Sign tour, and also you can get tickets ahead of time. And there's a store on
Mhm.
there where you can get your own folk festival merchandise as well,
Absolutely.
t-shirts, hats, bags, tons of cool stuff.
Yep.
Heather, I can't wait to see you. I'll be there the
Oh,
very
I
first
know.
day, the first,
Awesome.
and I'll search you out for sure. And we
Okay.
have I know that there's some people from Germany that are making the trip
Yes,
over again this year, so that's awesome.
we do.
And I wish you all the best. Hopefully, we'll
Thank
have
you.
good weather. It's going to be
That's so
75, no humidity every day. That's
that's what
that's
I
my
ordered.
call.
That's what I ordered. So I'm assuming that's
Good.
what we're getting. So
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be
absolutely.
great.
Yeah, plan accordingly, everybody. Heather, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. Hopefully, we're going to pack the place throughout the whole run of the festival. You're doing a great job. I want to tell you that publicly. I support you
Thank you.
100%. I know we're going to have a great festival again this year.
I think so too. Thank you so much. And thanks for all you do as well.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks, Heather. We will see each
Thanks.
other in less than a month.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Mox
you.
gut.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, people, has your appetites been whetted? Because mine sure has. I was thinking about it today and how excited I was about the folk festival. And then you get a conversation with Heather, and she just gets all the blood and all the fluids flowing. And you're like, yes, I wish it was I wish it was July 1st right now. But we do have a couple weeks to plan accordingly. Listen, you got to get yourself to Kutztown. And I'm not done because there's more stuff to tell you about the festival. Real quick, our good friend of the channel, Dave Kline, who is the head of the entertainment for the folk festival. He wasn't able to be here live tonight, but he created a video for us to give us an overview of who you might see performing at the folk festival. And oh, well, we'll just let him tell you. So let me move this to here and get this video going. So here's a quick video overviewing the entertainment schedule at the folk festival. Why is that saying it's muted? Okay, let me try this again, everybody. My apologies. Technology's great when it works, right? Okay, let me try this. I'm going to hit play. Let me know if the sound works this time. Can everybody hear that? No, still not? Duna vera. Ow, poo. Duna vera. How do I? Well, you know what? We might be out of luck, boys and girls, because Why doesn't that? I'm hearing it perfectly fine, but you guys can't. Strike two. Thanks, Jerry. You're right. Strike two. Hmm. I don't know what to do. Oh no, everybody. I'm so sorry. It works fine on my computer, but it doesn't work when we do the stream. That's not good. Well, don't know at all. Wait, let me see what this does. No. Let me play around. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I hate to do this in front of everybody because then I look like a schmuck, and I don't want to look like a schmuck, but I don't know why this don't want to work. Oh, call down your daughter. I gotta put that comment on. Yeah, thanks, Jerry. Call my 11-year-old down. She'll tell me how to fix it. I don't know if she'd be able to or not. Son of a gun. Let me try. We're gonna keep trying this. Give me 1 second. Let's see. This is my last chance. If this doesn't work, then it is strike three. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. Cross your fingers. Is it working? Nah. No. Done now better. Now, why the heck? You're out. Yes. Carol says you're out. Oh no. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Oh man. Why won't it work? What happened? I lost my red wagon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know a swing and a miss. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I don't have any idea what else I can do. I'm so sorry, everybody. Essentially, what Dave, Dave, I'm so sorry this didn't work because you went to the trouble of making this video. I'm going to post this video to my YouTube channel tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, and then you guys can watch it. Dave just goes through and gives us an overview of the Folk Festival entertainment. There are 5 stages. If you go on the Folk Festival's website, there is a pull down or a drop down menu for every day of the festival that tells you for every day all of the entertainment for each stage. So there's the main stage, there's the hoedown stage, there's the fresh market stage, there's all these stages. And on the website, kutztownfestival.com, you can click on each day. So if you know you're going to be at the festival on Sunday, July 2nd, for example, you can go right to the 2nd of July, pull the drop down menu, and you'll have each stage and the entire schedule for the whole day. And the whole festival is on there. All entertainment for all of the stages. I'm sorry that we couldn't hear that video. It comes through perfectly fine in my ears, but it's not coming through on the live stream. I apologize, everybody. But like I said, I'm going to put that on my YouTube channel tonight or tomorrow, I promise, so that you can watch it then. And I'll link it to my social media feeds tomorrow. Or whenever I post it, I'll put it on social media, whether it's on Facebook and Instagram and all those things. So I apologize, guys. I thought for sure that would work. I don't know why it didn't. My apologies. Sorry, Dave, but I'll get that video to you guys somehow. I promise. All right. Well, that was Dave Kline. That was the entertainment schedule, but you didn't get it, so I'm so sorry. But I will say this is one of our last things here as we're moving towards the end. July 1st through the 9th is the festival. Make sure that you get your butts to Kutztown. Hey, every month we bring you something in Pennsylvania Dutch. This month it is June, and I don't know about you when you were growing up, but there's this Pennsylvania Dutch tradition that when spring comes, it's time for spring cleaning, and you clean the house, and you clean it well. Get all that winter dirt, dust, and bad vibes out. And there was a very famous Pennsylvania Dutch poet by the name of Louise Weitzel, who lived from 1862 to 1934. And this is her poem, Es Hausgebutz. And every month we get a poem or some kind of Pennsylvania Dutch literature. The Pennsylvania Dutch is on the left, the English is on the right. I'm going to read you the Pennsylvania Dutch. You can follow along on the right if you don't understand Pennsylvania Dutch. Es Hausgebutz from Louise A. Weitzel. Im Frühjahr und im Herbst gibt es eine üble Zeit, wo all die Weibsleid äckte, als wäre sie net gescheit. Sie rasen und sie toben, sie rennen hier und her. Es gibt ein mächtig Butze, es Schrobber und Gekehr. Es ist ein arges Wesen, doch ist es bald vorbei. No gibt es wieder Friede und alles guckt wie nahe. Like, Louise, I'll tell you what, when my mom cleaned in spring, we went to town, boy, let me tell you. And I'm sure that was probably your experience too with your mothers or your grandmothers. Think back to when you were a kid and it was time for the free your butts, the spring cleaning or the Hausgebutz or the house cleaning. Put in the comment section. Let me know I'm not the only one. It can't be. Wonderful stuff there. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Well, I'm hoping that our next thing's going to work too, because son of a gun, if it doesn't, then we're really up the creek without a paddle. Every month I bring you a song, and this month I have something really special planned. A elementary teacher by the name of Julia Dweck reached out to me a while ago. She teaches, I'm not quite sure what grade she teaches. Maybe she teaches all the grades at Willow Lane Elementary School in Macungie, there in the Lehigh Valley. And she had a group of kids that wanted to learn how to sing the song Schnitzelbank. And I sent them the lyrics and we went over pronunciation. And she shot this video of them performing. Now, again, fingers crossed, everybody. Oh boy. Fingers crossed that this works. I have to move some things around. Stay with me, everybody. Okay. Stop screen. Okay, now I can do this and I can share screen, and we're going to go to window and where is it? Chrome tab. All right, fingers crossed, everybody. All right, so now I'm going to go this big, and I'm going to hit play. Okay, fingers crossed that this works. Here we go. All right, is the sound coming through? Did you guys hear guitar strumming? Please, somebody let me know in the comment section. Is the guitar? Could you hear guitar strumming? Nobody's telling me. Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is elementary students at Willow Bank. Was it Willow Bank? Shoot. Willow something in Macungie. I'll remind you at the end. Okay. I'm shutting up now. Enjoy the song.
Ist das nicht ein Schnitzelbank?
Ja, das ist ein Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Katzenlang?
Ja, das ist ein Katzenlang. Katzenlang, Schnitzelbank. Ein Genie, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Hin und Her?
Ja, das ist ein Hin und Her.
Ist das nicht ein Lieb und Share?
Ja, das ist ein Lieb und Share. Lieb und Share, Hin und Her. Katzenlang, Schnitzelbank. Ein Genie, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Blumengrad?
Ja, das ist ein Blumengrad.
Ist das nicht ein Dauerrad?
Ja, das ist ein Dauerrad. Dauerrad, Blumengrad, Lieb und Share, Hin und Her, Katzenlang, Schnitzelbank. Ein Genie, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein goldener Ring?
Ja, das ist ein goldener Ring.
Ist das nicht ein schönes Ding?
Ja, das ist ein schönes Ding. Schönes Ding, goldener Ring, Dauerrad, Blumengrad, Lieb und Share, Hin und Her, Katzenlang, Schnitzelbank. Ein Genie, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Hinkelfeder?
Ja, das ist ein Hinkelfeder.
Ist das nicht ein Donnerwetter?
Ja, das ist ein Donnerwetter. Donnerwetter, Hinkelfeder, schönes Ding, goldener Ring, Dauerrad, Blumengrad, Lieb und Share, Hin und Her, Katzenlang, Schnitzelbank. Ein Genie, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein guter Wurst.
Ja, es ist ein guter Wurst.
Ist das nicht ein großer Durst?
Ja, es ist ein großer Durst. Großer Durst, guter Wurst. Donnerwetter, Hinkelfetter, schönes Ding, goldener Ring, Flower Rock, Roaming Rock, Liebescher, hinterher, Kasselung, Schnitzelbank, ein Schädi, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Hafermisch?
Ja, es ist ein Hafermisch.
Ist das nicht ein alter Kisch?
Ja, es ist ein alter Kisch, Hafermisch, guter Durst, guter Wurst, Donnerwetter, Hinkelfetter, schönes Ding, goldener Ring, Flower Rock, Roaming Rock, Liebescher, hinterher, Kasselung, Schnitzelbank, ein Schädi, Schnitzelbank.
Ist das nicht ein Apfelschwanz?
Ja, das ist ein Apfelschwanz.
Ist das nicht ein Fettigan?
Ja, das ist ein Fettigans. Fettigans, Apfelschwanz, Apfelmisch, großer Durst, guter Wurst, Donnerwetter, Hinkelfetter, schönes Ding, goldener Ring, Flower Rock, Roman Rock, Liebescher, hinterher, Katzenhand, Schnitzelbank. Schnitzelbank.
Well, leave a light. Does it get any better than that? Young kids singing, one of the best known Pennsylvania Dutch folk songs out there. A huge shout out to Julia Dweck, the teacher that put all this together at the Willow Lane Elementary School in Macungie. These are the things that we need to be doing, people. Listen, I teach in public ed. I know it's tough right now. It's hard getting people that want to teach, and it's tough getting kids interested in things. But if you can light that spark, kids will do it and they will enjoy it. You saw how multicultural that group of students was. And they were singing an old Pennsylvania Dutch folk song that probably none of them really knew anything about Pennsylvania Dutch, or maybe they knew Pennsylvania Dutch was, what it was, but they didn't know any Pennsylvania Dutch words. And here they were all singing, and you notice they were all smiling and having a good time. And that's what we can do. We spread our joy and our culture and our language and our history, and we can pass it on to people that have no ties to this culture and language and history, but yet we can suck them in and get them excited about things, all things Pennsylvania Dutch. That's what the Kutztown Folk Festival is all about. That's what we're doing here on the channel and all our social media feeds. We're trying to spread this message that it's not some old dead culture and old dead language that our grandparents spoke or that was alive in the 1800s. It is alive today in 2023 America, and it's up to us to keep it alive and keep it going. And you know darn well that that's what I'm going to be doing. And I know that a lot of you watching tonight and those of you that follow along on social media, you're doing that too. And even if it's just learning one word or singing a song, it's doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I see a lot of people putting great messages in how much they enjoyed. Dolly says great performance. Children, absolutely. Mo says that's great. Lutra Bay says it's nice to see kids enjoy themselves singing. I agree. At some point, for whatever reason, a lot of people hit a certain age and they're like, you sing as a kid all the time. My kids sing all the time, my own personal children. But you hit a certain age and they're like, no, singing's not cool anymore. Oh, no, I can't sing. That's a bunch of BS. Or as my grandmother would say, salads feel hooey. That's a lot of hooey, right? It doesn't, that's no. Listen, keep singing. Pick up Schnitzelbank. You can get on my YouTube channel. I have tons of videos about different Pennsylvania Dutch folk songs, whether it's Ich und Du, Schnitzelbank, Highly, High Low, and the lyrics are there, and sing them. They're fun. They're a lot of fun, and you can have fun with it too, everybody. Trust me. Hey, Do you like what we're doing here? You want to buy a shirt? You want to buy something with Pennsylvania Dutch style? We got a new photo here. Good friends of mine ordered 2 shirts for a birthday. We got the PA Dutch stuff and the Mock Scoot. That Mock Scoot t-shirt is awesome. I love it. And our good friend Mo is still sporting his Donnerwetter. And we have all these things. Check out if you're really interested in getting some stuff. Hey, Father's Day is just a couple weeks away. You probably can still get something in time. Check out Zazzle.com/PA Dutch stuff. On the YouTube channel, I have a link in the show notes that you can click on. It takes you right to the website, or you can just go to that address, of course. And you don't have to get a t-shirt. You can get a hoodie. You can get a baby onesie. You can get magnets. I got a couple of the magnets that I have on my fridge upstairs. They look great. You can get stickers for your car, stickers for your water bottle, so that you can show to everybody, hey, I'm PA Dutch, or hey, check out my culture or my language, please. And if you, I got to put this comment up here because it's absolutely right. Zimdog says those shirts are good to wear at the Kutztown Folk Festival. I'm telling you what, I will be performing July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2 shows each day. You can find it on the website. If I see you walking around the festival grounds with one of our shirts on or a sweatshirt, probably won't need a sweatshirt because it's July in Pennsylvania. However, you never know. Weather's weird. I'm going to give you a huge shout out, and I'm going to come right over to you and say, hey, man, great shirt. Or you can get a baseball hat too. I mean, check out the website. Like I said, you can find the images and then you can order whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a t-shirt, but check those out. But yeah, wear your stuff. Show your pride. Show your pride. Be proud of being Pennsylvania Dutch. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We're getting to the end here, my dear friends. If you like what we're doing here and you'd like to not buy a shirt, but you'd like to financially support what we're doing here, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/DougMaidenford. Any money that is donated through the Buy Me a Coffee Foundation goes into the upkeep of the channel. I mentioned last month, with your generous donations, I was able to purchase some wireless microphones that I will be using at the Folk Festival. My plan is, like I said, I'm going to be doing 2 performances. My good buddy Chris LaRose and I will be doing 2 performances each day, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Those are the only 3 days we're going to be at the festival because of scheduling issues with Chris and some other things too. But we'll be there the first 3 days. And when we're not performing, we're going to be walking around and I'm going to shoot some videos and interview people for the YouTube channel. So if you see us, we'll have a microphone. I'm going to shove the microphone in your face if you're willing to come on camera. But it's through generous donations of people like you out there that we're able to get us the microphones. And we also purchased a new mini camera that we're going to be using at the Folk Festival as well. The money that is raised through this campaign is not to line my pockets. It's to put the money right back into stuff for the channel. And maybe I'll be able to take some of this money and hire somebody to teach me why Dave Kline's video didn't want to work tonight. Oh, man, that makes me mad. But like I said, I will put Dave's video up on the YouTube channel. If I don't get to it tonight, I'll try and get to it first thing tomorrow or at some point in the very near future, dear friends. It's only 4 minutes, but it's a good 4 minutes of information about the Folk Festival's entertainment schedule. There are people I would like to give 2 personal shout outs real quick to people that recently donated money to the Buy Me a Coffee, who bought me some coffee. So big shout out to Eric Ziebert and Betsy Lobb. Sorry if I pronounce your names incorrectly. Thank you for your generous donations. I really appreciate it. Mark your calendars. We'll be back in more than a month because of some things in scheduling. Our next PA Dutch Live will be July 26th. So at the end of July, 2023, 6 p.m. It's a Wednesday night. We're back to Wednesday nights right here on the YouTube channel. We'll also be live streaming to the Facebook page and our Twitter page as well. And next month, I'll be welcoming Carly Schmidt. She is, I don't remember her official title, historian or director. She works for the Peter Wentz Farmstead in Montgomery County, and she is going to be coming on to tell us all about the farmstead, the Peter Wentz home that is there in Montgomery County. If you've never seen it, my goodness, Google it. It is beautiful. And we're going to learn who Peter Wentz was and what they're doing to preserve this story and this part of our history. So please mark your calendars, July 26th at 6 p.m. I hope that I get to see a lot of you at the Folk Festival or at some other festival down the road. There's some stuff already that Chris and I have booked for the fall that I'll be letting you guys know about. We'll be at the Conrad Weiser Homestead in September doing a music and humor show. And we have some other stuff booked in the fall as well. But before then, if you can make it to the Folk Festival, I highly recommend trying to get there the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. That's a Saturday, a Sunday, and the Monday. Tuesday's the 4th of July. But we'll be doing 2 shows daily. I will post all of that information on our Instagram and on our Facebook page and on Twitter so that you can follow along and mark your calendars, the exact time and what stage we'll be performing. But you can already get all that information if you go to kutztownfestival.com. Again, I'll have a link in the show notes down below. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. If you can't this year, it'll be the first week of July again next year, 2024, and you can plan accordingly. Dear friends, it is always a pleasure to join you month in and month out. It is truly a highlight of my month to spend this hour down in my basement with you guys. And hopefully, again, I apologize for Dave Kline's video. Hopefully I'll be able to, if I try and do something like that again in the future, I'll figure out what was going wrong. I don't know. But we'll hopefully we'll work on that till next time. But until next time, dear friends, as you know, what we always say in Pennsylvania Dutch when we say goodbye, we don't say goodbye. We say Max Gut, dear friends. And I hope to see you at some point in the near future, hopefully at the Kutztown Folk Festival. But until then, or if not then, sometime in the near future, have a great rest of the month of June. Relax a little bit, get out there in the sun, and I hope to see you guys on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of July at the Kutztown Folk Festival. Till then, dear friends, Max Gut. Max gut zu dir, Max gut zu dir, Max gut zu dir for now. Unsere Zeit ist all und so es ist Max gut for now. Hoff wieder mit dir zu sein, hoff du bringst zurück ein Freund. Max gut zu dir, Max gut zu dir, Max gut zu dir for now. Unsere Zeit ist all und so es ist Max gut for now. Hoff wieder mit dir zu sein, hoff du bringst zurück ein Freund. Und so Max gut, lieber Freund, Max gut.